Now, I just want to say I am reviewing FIFA today, as I am bringing reviews back, and I'm going to review a whole bunch of games. Basically going to be whenever a game launches that I'm interested in, I'm going to review it. Now, I want to review this game as I have played FIFA games in the past, and I have also done FIFA videos on the channel, mainly about the loot boxes and stuff. And I want to give my opinions on this, as I feel like it is just with all the videos I've made on FIFA. When you launch this game up, you're thrown into a demo match, which is basically to get you the ropes of this FIFA game. At first, tried playing with a mouse and a keyboard because I'm playing on a computer. That is too difficult. I don't recommend that. I got my plug-in controller out, plugged that into the USB plug, and after figuring out the controls for a while, that took a while because it's been a while since I played a FIFA game. I played it. I was able to get 3 goals in my demo match and basically deny the AI of scoring any goals. Now, I just want to say real quick that I feel this game favors more to be defensive rather than aggressive in the game. You know, like score goal after goal after goal. Like, just be defensive and basically get a few goals, be defensive, and it pays off. Now, I've heard other people on the internet say that this game favors more to be defensive, and I do gotta agree with these people. And I also do feel that the gameplay is slower from the last FIFA game I played, FIFA 2018. However, that's not a bad thing. I just want to say that if you hate slow football gameplay, I don't know if you're going to enjoy this iteration of FIFA. Now, after finishing my demo match, which was between PSG, which I was, versus Chesler, then I got into the main menu, and as you can see, the main menu, it's pretty much like other FIFA games that I've played, but more modern, if you know what I'm saying. Now, after exploring the main menu for a bit, I saw that there were Quick Play, Career, Volta, which is Street Football, Ultimate Teams in every game mode. They make money off that game mode, and of course, multiplayer. Now, in Quick Play, you can play tournaments, of course, for actual tournaments that are going on. And in multiplayer, you can rank up and get in the divisions, and you can play with a friend, whether it's co-op or against a friend. And of course, Ultimate Team, of course, is Ultimate Team. We'll get more into Ultimate Team later in the video, but for now, let's focus on Volta Football. Now, I've never played Volta Football before, however, it's street football, so you're not professional footballers, you're just people who like football. Now, I personally could not get into a game in this as it couldn't find a partner to play against. However, I did customize my avatar, as that was something that is able in the game. Now, you can choose a lot of countries to choose from, whether it's China, USA, essentially every country and region is in the game, as well as you can choose your customize your character's height, weight, gender. Yes, it's a thing, and I think that is really good, as I feel like females who play this game, I don't know if there are females that play this game, but I assume there are, probably don't want to play as a male all the time, and I feel like that's a good thing for street football, as, let's be honest, street football don't use gendered rules like we see today in professional football. So it makes sense to be able to play as a girl in street football. I chose Sweden as my country, and when you start the game, you have to pick a preset. You can edit that later and even change gender. I changed gender. I was just mucking around with the character customization. The character customization is actually pretty good for a sports game. Now, with that said, I could not get into a game, as I said, but I went after that into career mode. Now, I picked Western Sydney Warriors as my team. Now, you can also play as a manager, which I've never played as a manager, but that's basically, from my understanding of it, is you're the manager and you got to manage a team and get the best players and all that stuff. Now, I do, of course, am interested in playing as a manager. Now, I didn't play as a manager. I played as the player. Now, I made my player. I didn't really edit much, as I just wanted to get into the game. When you start a game, of course, you got to advance through the days and stuff, and it's training and all that stuff. However, I did do one match in career mode, and in this match I chose to play as the whole team. Now I thought it would of course put me at the start of the match. It didn't do that. My player got called in halfway through the match, so I really screwed up by being able to play as the whole team. As personally, in my experience, I would recommend playing as just yourself in career mode, because you can get more shots that way, and hopefully the AI teammates will give you the ball and you'll be able to get more shots. Plus, who knows, you may be able to tackle someone and get the ball off them. I did lose my match. Now, I'm not an expert at FIFA, and it's been a while since I've actually played FIFA, but from what I saw from the AI is pretty good. Now, after that, I tried Ultimate Team out. Now, I've been very critical of Ultimate Team in the past, of course, and I just want to say that if I do actually end up buying this game, as I didn't buy this game, I got it through EA Play 10-hour trial, I probably would not buy loot boxes. I just want to make that clear, and I personally recommend you should not buy loot boxes, as there was a story about a kid who spent $6,000 on an EA game, I believe FIFA, and he basically got the family into debt on the credit card, and the father could not actually get the money refunded because that's against EA's policies. Yes, that actually happened. It's not even a joke. That's why I recommend not buying Ultimate Team packs. Now, this is where I sit on the fence with it. Preview packs I'm okay with, because like you know what you're getting. It's just those mystery packs which I'm really against, because if I know what I'm getting, I'm signing up for something that I'm getting. However, I can talk about loot box politics a whole nother time. You want to know about this game mode. Now, I did not see any options to actually buy loot boxes. I assume that stuff is going to launch once the game actually launches on October 1st. So, I assume loot boxes will get added in then. I didn't really experience much in Ultimate Team. I really just played my first match and opened my first pack, which they give you for free. Now, in this pack, you have to pick a nationality, and whatever nationality you pick, you get more players of that nationality. And then after you open your pack, I got a lot of good players. Well, at least I think they were good. I chose Spain. I don't know if Spain's a good nationality to get players. After opening my first pack, it gives you a lone player. Now, according to the game, they stay around for a couple of matches and then they're gone. And, of course, I did like the lone player I picked, and you can actually pick your lone player, by the way. You don't get given a random lone player, which personally I think is good, because like you want a lone player that's good. Now, I chose to get rid of the guy with the lowest points on my team and basically take the highest lone player. I don't know if that's actually a good method. I don't even know if I picked a good lone player. I don't know a lot about Ultimate Team. I just want to put that out now. I played my first match because I actually got a match. Now I want to be very, very clear because I'm going to show footage of this match. I don't know if I was playing against an AI or a player. I'm leaning that it was a player because he did stuff where he denied me of the ball and stuff. And I don't see that as AI, as I think the AI would focus on getting goals. Now, I don't know how the AI works in FIFA, but I heard stuff like the AI is smart in Ultimate Team and that stuff. So, I don't know whether it's a player or of course, another AI. So, yeah, but as I said, I'm leaning that it was a player. I did not score any points, and actually, I screwed up a lot of times in my match just by doing stupid stuff. I'm not used to the controls or the controller I'm using, as I basically got a plug-in controller out of my drawer to plug in. I was going to use my Steam controller, but I couldn't find the plug for that. It was fun though. Even though I lost, it was fun. The whole time I played the game, it was fun. I just want to say that. I felt like I was playing FIFA 18 again, and like I was getting nostalgia from FIFA 18, as that is the last FIFA game I actually owned, and I did not play any other FIFAs till after that, except for 5 minutes of FIFA 2021. Other than that, this was the first FIFA I came into where I actually played past the demo match. Now, I do feel like that I should have waited more on Volta Football to see if I could actually get in, but I waited like 20 minutes. I don't know if I was going to find someone or not. I personally do feel like FIFA Ultimate Team was a pretty solid game mode, okay? And I feel like career mode was pretty solid. Wish I tried manager, that would have been interesting. But yeah, the teams are really, really, really good. There's a lot of teams to pick from in this game. And I feel like there's more teams to pick from than the last FIFA game I played, FIFA 18. I assume that would be the case because I assume they would get more teams that you can pick from. Now, I don't know if every team in every division is in the game. However, it does feel like there are a lot of teams to pick from, and the roster of teams is pretty solid. However, I do feel like, and I want to be very, very clear, I feel like this game, from my time of playing it, it favors more to be defensive rather than aggressive, and I also feel like the gameplay is slower. That's necessarily not a bad thing, but if you like fast-paced, aggressive football, I don't know if you're actually gonna like this. As in the past game, like in FIFA 18, I would score like 20 goals and then basically just keep being aggressive and racking up goals. I am a bit rusty with my FIFA, and personally that is expected with how long I took a break from the game. A few years, by the way. Oh yeah, also during my game on Ultimate Team, my team got a lot of yellow cards and red cards. Think that should be aware. I don't know if I broke the rules somehow. Yeah, it seems like a lot of red and yellow cards that the referee was giving out. So, yeah, I just want to point that out. I don't know if the game was favoring my opponent or not, like the referee was biased, but I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories about it, okay? We're here to find out the game. Now, my final verdict on this game, of course, is that career mode, pretty good. To be honest, I think if you're playing as a player, you should, of course, choose to play as yourself during the match, not the whole team. That's where I lean on it. I feel like you're gimping yourself playing as the whole team. I think I would have been able to get actually a goal if I just played as myself. Next is Volta. Volta, of course, sadly I could not get into a game, but the player customization is deep for a sport game, and I feel like that could be a good game mode, and personally I would like to one day play it when this game launches. Ultimate Team, even though it's very pay to win, I want to make it clear it's going to be pay to win. It was fun. Personally, if I was to buy loot boxes, I would only buy preview packs that I heard about in FIFA 2021. I don't know if they're going to be a thing in 2022. I would buy preview packs, not actual packs. And by actual packs, I mean the mysterious, you don't know what you're getting pack. You can play legit. Now, I have actually studied on the whole thing about playing legit during FIFA. And yeah, that is actually a thing. You can play legit. You're basically gimping yourself, but you can play legit. Especially if you go up against Tommy, who's spent $6,000 on his dad's credit card, and he's put his family in debt. Yeah, that actually happened. That actually happened to one family. You are gimping yourself, but you can do it. You can do it, specifically if you're really good at the game. And of course, there are other game modes like Quick Play, which I didn't touch on in the review, but in Quick Play, you can play real tournaments that are happening right now in the game, and I feel like that is good. I probably should have played a real tournament, but I did check it out, and there are a lot of tournaments going on right now, which is, of course, expected. Soccer is active during the pandemic. There is multiplayer where you can go up the ranks, and of course, you can play with a friend or against a friend. It is co-op and against friends. So, yeah. Very good game in my honest opinion. What do I give this game out of a 10? Now I give this game a 7, and why do I give it a 7? Well, FIFA Ultimate Team is going to be loot boxy and pay to win, so that's instantly 2 points off. It is slower and favors more to be defensive, so I have to take another point off based on that, because let's be fair, there's going to be people who aren't going to like that. So another point off, which leaves us with 7, of course. Though I do feel like the game is worthy of a 7. Would I recommend getting this game? Well, if you have FIFA 21, don't really recommend getting it. It's most likely the same from what I played of the 5 minutes of FIFA 21. The same, but at the same time, it has updated teams and stuff. So if you need it and you're a hardcore soccer fan, get it. That's what I recommend. If you just want to get it because it's the latest FIFA game, get it. But as I said, it's not necessary to own the latest version of FIFA, well, yearly version of FIFA every year, but at the same time, if you're a hardcore soccer fan, they're gonna get it. Though, I do feel like this game is a pretty solid soccer game. It is better than the last FIFA game I actually fully played, FIFA 18. So if you have FIFA 18 and haven't played FIFA since then, I personally would recommend getting this over FIFA 18. That's what I recommend, since that was the last FIFA game I actually played a lot. So yeah, if you have FIFA 18, get this game. It's way better than FIFA 18. Though I can't fully say that FIFA 2021, as I only played 5 minutes of that. But if you have played older FIFA games and you want a new soccer game, this is probably the best one to get. But I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you get it every year. And personally, it is good to get a game every year, but at the same time, you have to realize FIFA Ultimate Team is going to be loot boxy and pay to winny, and there's going to be people who buy all the loot boxes. That's how it's going to be. So if you don't want to deal with that shit, you just don't play Ultimate Team. That's where I stand on it. But at the same time, FIFA Ultimate Team was fun when I played. I just want to put that out there. And I'm probably going to play FIFA Ultimate Team when this game launches. But I won't be playing, of course, with the loot boxes. I won't be buying them. I'll be playing legit. And personally, I reckon everyone should consider that challenge. Play legit. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be till I crave the loot boxes, but that's where I stand. Anyway, that is my review. It is a pretty solid game. In experience, it is better than the other FIFA games that I've played. It's been a while since I played a FIFA game, but it was fun and it was enjoyable. And I don't make this a must-have, but it is definitely worthy to pick up if you are a soccer fan. And that's where I think I'm going to leave the review. So, if you want this game, I recommend possibly getting it. As I said, it's not needed for the latest version. But, yeah, that's where I stand at it. It still is a good game. Even though Ultimate Team's going to be pay to winny, it still is a good game in itself. That is the review. If you want to see more reviews, subscribe to the channel. I don't know when I'm going to do the next review. I really don't know. But I'm going to do another review sometime soon. I'm going to wait till another game comes out. I'm definitely going to try to review 2042 Battlefield. That's what I'm definitely going to try to review. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I cover gaming news as well as reviews now. I've brought reviews back. Many more games will get reviewed. This is only the start. As well as leaks and rumors. So if you're interested in that stuff, subscribe to the channel and as well like and let me know what you thought. Are you getting FIFA 2022? Let me know. I'll see you all later. This is Demi Jack, as always, signing out.